Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Garima Singh and today in this video we'll be doing the NCERT solution for our chapter number 2 of history. Today we'll be doing the second chapter of history, the socialism in Europe and the Russian revolutions, NCERT questions. Okay, but before we start discussing the NCERT question, let's take a quick revision about the chapter. What all we have studied in this chapter. It's a quick revision, guys, in order to relate the concept here, what I am teaching here in the solutions of NCERT questions. Make sure you have watched all the 7 parts that I've made from this chapter. Okay, so talking about this chapter, our chapter started with the concept or the ideology of socialism. How this idea was getting famous and over time, how this idea spread all over the part of Europe and came to Europe and other parts of nation. Talking about the ideology of socialism, it believes in the equal distribution of resource, equal treatment of people, and this ideology got inspired, and we'll see a revolution in this chapter, which is the Russian Revolution. That event was inspired from the another previous event that happened, that is studied in our very first chapter, the French Revolution. Okay, and after this French Revolution, the ideas or the ideologies were widespreading in different parts of Europe. Also, we have seen that people were demanding change, right? But the idea of change was different for different people, and this is how the coming of ideology of socialism happened in Europe. Now, let's discuss the Russian Revolution part. Okay, talking about Russia before 1905, what was the condition of Russia? We'll talk in 3 major condition terms, which is the social condition, the economic condition and the political condition, right? So talking about the very first condition of the society in terms of social condition, the population was, majority of them were agriculturists, okay, and the economic condition was not that good. They did not have money due to the low wages, poor working hours, poor condition of workers, and they were supposed to work for 17 to 18 hours, right? Therefore, the economic condition was bad. Okay, now talking about the political condition. The political condition was kind of not very satisfactory. Why? Because Russia was under the rule of a monarchy and making of political parties were illegal. जितनी भी जैसे political parties हैं वो नहीं बन सकती थी, उसको इलीगल डिक्लेयर किया गया था. ओके, नाउ टॉकिंग मोर अबाउट द पॉलिटिकल सेटअप. द रशिया वाज अंडर द रूल ऑफ मोनार्की. टॉकिंग अबाउट द टर्म मोनार्की, मोनार्की क्या होता है? रूल ऑफ द किंग. व्हेन द कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ऑफ पावर लाइज इन द वन हैंड, जब राजा रूल करता है, व्हेन द किंगडम और द रीजन इज अंडर द रूल ऑफ अ किंग, दैट सिस्टम इज नोन एज मोनार्की. एंड हु वाज द किंग एट दैट टाइम ऑफ पीरियड? It was Tsar Nicholas II. Talking about the society again, the society was divided into major 3 parts. One was liberals, radicals and conservatives, right? So talking about liberals first. So talking about liberals, they were the group of people who believed that nation should tolerate all type of religion. भाई हर religion की अपनी जगह होनी चाहिए. And also they wanted an elected government. Also they wanted an elected government, मतलब ताकि लोग ही चुने गवर्नमेंट को, right? And another important term or the feature about liberals were, but they were not Democrats. Democrats नहीं थे वो. Okay, talking about the radicals. Also guys, in this video I will not be explaining very briefly the concept as I have already did it before. So if you are able to relate, well and good, and if you are not able to relate to the concept, to the things that I am teaching right now, I would suggest to go back and see all the chapter video that I have posted on my channel. Okay, now moving ahead, radicals. Radicals are the group of people who believed that the government should be of the majority. जो लोग majority चाहते हैं, जिसकी majority है, उन्हीं की सरकार आए. Okay, and the radicals were not in favor of private parties. उनको private parties नहीं चाहिए थी. Okay, and they also favored, very important thing, they also favored voting rights for the women. Then further, we have the conservatives. Conservatives are the people who were not in favor of accepting the change, जो सेम ही चीज़ सेम ही रूल के साथ रूल करना चाहते थे, ओल्ड एरिस्टोक्रेसीज, राइट. सो दे वर इन फेवर ऑफ गवर्नमेंट ऑफ मेजोरिटी, जो ज़्यादा लोग मांगेंगे वही सरकार आए. ओके, बट लेटर वी हैव सीन इन द चैप्टर दैट दे डिसाइडेड टू एक्सेप्ट द चेंज. उन्होंने वो चेंज अपना लिया था. So let's see now what are the important aspects of the socialist society, socialist ideology, which is the base of the entire chapter. So let's quickly revise what was the important aspect of the socialist society. Okay, so number one was industries and banks were nationalized. तब एक socialist society बन गई थी. तो क्या क्या changes आए? इंडस्ट्रीज और बैंक को नेशनलाइज कर दिया गया. इट वॉज डायरेक्टली अंडर द कंट्रोल ऑफ गवर्नमेंट. सेंट्रलाइज प्लानिंग लाई गई थी. रैपिड कंस्ट्रक्शन एंड इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन हो रहा था वहाँ पे. एंड ऑल्सो वी हैव सीन द एक्सटेंडेड स्कूल सिस्टम, राइट. Also we have seen a major thing here in this chapter on which our October Revolution was based. It was the April thesis by Lenin. When he returned to Russia, he gave some of the thesis which was called as April thesis, and according to this thesis he wanted the war should be ended, the bank should be nationalized, and land should be transferred to the peasants, right. So these were the three major demands under April thesis. After that we have seen two major events that happened in the history of Russian Revolution. One was February Revolution of 1917 and other was the October Revolution in 1917. And lastly we have discussed the global reputation of Russia in all around the world. Okay, तो हमने दो मेजर रेवोल्यूशन को डिस्कस किया था और उसके एंड में चैप्टर के हमने डिस्कस किया कि रशिया की क्या ग्लोबल रेपुटेशन रह गई थी. सो गाइज, दिस इज ऑल अबाउट अ क्विक रिविजन. ओके, बिकॉज of being a revision thing here, I will not be explaining each and every incident again in brief. This is just to give you a quick revision, that's it. If you want to revise all the chapter, you need to see the entire video. Again I am repeating. Now we'll discuss the NCERT questions. NCERT questions. The number one question says, what were the social, economic and the political condition in Russian Revolution? So let's discuss all of this condition. First you need to take out the keywords from the questions and stick to the demand of the question, right? So question is asking the social, economic and the political condition. So you need to answer your answer in such a proper manner only. First we'll answer the social, then we'll answer the economic condition and after that political condition. Now let's jump onto the answer. Talking about the social condition, when we see the society, it was divided into two basic categories, which was one was privileged and other was non-privileged. Okay, so talking about the privileged section, this section was dominating over the non-privileged section. Okay, privileged section के अंदर कौन आता था? हमारे ओल्ड एरिस्टोक्रेसी, जो हमारे ओल्ड कैपिटलिस्ट, जो बड़े बड़े पैसे वाले आते थे, वो सब प्रिविलेज्ड. प्रिविलेज्ड मतलब जिनको कुछ फायदा है. ओके, जिनको कुछ मतलब फेवर कर रही हैं चीज़ें. ओके, उनको हम प्रिविलेज सेक्शन बोलेंगे, जिनके साथ सब सही होगा. ओके, सो दिस वाज द सेक्शन ऑफ द सोसाइटी व्हिच वाज डोमिनेटिंग ओवर द नॉन प्रिविलेज्ड. एंड हु वर द पीपल इन दिस? द ओल्ड एरिस्टोक्रेसी. एंड द पीपल हियर इन दिस सेक्शन ऑफ सोसाइटी वाज लिविंग अ प्रॉस्परस लाइफ. बहुत ही अच्छी शानदार जीवन जी रहे थे. And also were the people who were holding the important offices in this state. Aristocracy मतलब पुराने लोग, पैसे वाले, जो उस टाइम में बहुत important ऑफिस संभालते थे. राजा के अंडर वेरियस मिनिस्टर्स थे, वेरियस ऑफिसर्स थे एक राज्य को चलाने के लिए. उनके जो important ऑफिस थे, ओके ना, वो किसके पास थे? प्रिविलेज सेक्शन के पास. ओके, एंड as I told you that privileged section was dominating over the non-privileged section. अब इस non-privileged section में कौन आएगा? It consists of the people which consist the poor labor working at the factories, poor workers with long working hours, poor working wages or condition and low wages. Okay, so non-privileged में कौन थे? जो लोग बहुत गरीब हैं, दिन रात मेहनत से काम करते हैं अपनी अर्निंग अर्न करने के लिए, बहुत घंटों तक काम करते हैं, more than required hours they were working at a poor condition and at a low wage. So this was about the society of Russia at that time. Then we have the economic condition. Economic condition के बारे में बात करें, as we know, economically also वहाँ की condition कुछ खास नहीं थी. Okay, so bad economic period चल रहा था. Why? Because 85% of the population was dependent on the agriculture. हमने पढ़ा था ना कि it was basically a agriculturalist economy. Okay, and there was no ample amount of capital in the empire. पैसा भी नहीं था वहाँ उनके पास इतना कुछ खास. ओके, एंड अगर कैपिटल नहीं होगा, पैसा नहीं होगा, नो और लेस कैपिटल विल लीड टू नो इन्वेस्टमेंट. कोई खास इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं होगी, खर्चा नहीं कर पाएंगे, इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं होगी तो कोई डेवलपमेंट नहीं होगी. ओके, एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं. अगर मैंने एक फैक्ट्री सेटअप की, अगर मैं उसमें फर्स्ट प्रोड्यूस मैंने निकाला, बिक गया. ओके, जो प्रॉफिट आया मैं अपने पास ही रख लेती हूँ और मैं फर्दर अपनी फैक्ट्री में इन्वेस्ट नहीं करती हूँ, रॉ मटेरियल्स नहीं खरीद के लाती हूँ, अच्छी मशीन्स वगैरह नहीं देखती हूँ जिससे मेरी प्रोडक्शन और अच्छी हो जाए, है ना, कुछ नया डिज़ाइन में प्रोड्यूस कर पाऊँ. अगर मैं इन्वेस्टमेंट ही नहीं करूँगी, क्या मेरी ग्रोथ और डेवलपमेंट हो पाएगी? आंसर इज नो. देयरफॉर इन द इकोनॉमिक कंडीशन वेयर द इकोनॉमी इज बेसिकली डिपेंडेंट ऑन द कैपिटलिस्ट, पैसे वालों पे, तो उनको ज़रूरी है इन्वेस्टमेंट लगाएं वो. ओके, ताकि डेवलपमेंट हो सके. एंड एज वी हैव स्टडीड द सोसाइटी वाज इनटू टू बेसिक कैटेगरी. जो कैपिटलिस्ट थे दे वर इन द बेटर ऑफ कंडीशन, बहुत अच्छी कंडीशन थी. एंड दे वर एक्सप्लॉइटिंग द वर्कर्स, जो वर्कर्स थे वो बहुत पुअर कंडीशन में. अगर हम ओवरऑल हम इस पूरी कंडीशन को असेस करें तो हमें पता चलता है देयर वाज अ बैड इकोनॉमिक पीरियड इन रशिया. Then the last part of the question demands the political condition of Russia, right? So as we know, Russia was under the rule of a king who was Tsar Nicholas II, and he ruled the nation at that period of time in an autocratic manner. Autocratic manner मैंने आपको समझाया था क्या होता है. जब वो किसी की कोई भी एडवाइस ना ले रूलर और खुद के हिसाब से चले, राइट? तो he was ruling the nation in an autocratic manner. Okay. And the political parties were illegal. कोई भी political party नहीं बना सकता था before 1914 there in Russia. Though some of the political parties were already existing, but they all were underground. ठीक है ना, exist कर रहे थे लेकिन कोई ऐसे खुले में नहीं मतलब अपनी पार्टी को प्रमोट नहीं कर रहा था. They were working underground only. Okay, then there was nobody to keep a check on the unlimited power of the king. कोई भी किंग को क्वेश्चन नहीं कर सकता था. So the king was exercising the unlimited power he had. And also talking about the Russian population, at that time of Russian population believed in the divine theory of kinship. किनशिप की थियोरी क्या है भाई? राजा का बेटा राजा बन जाएगा और जो उनके पूरा खानदान है वही रूल करता आएगा, राइट? तो पॉपुलेशन भी किस चीज़ में बिलीव करती थी? थियोरी ऑफ किनशिप में. Therefore, talking about the rule in Russia at that period of time, the rule was despotic but weak and inefficient. रूल तो कर रहे थे वहाँ लेकिन एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन क्या थी? बहुत पुअर और इनएफिशिएंट थी, राइट? So this was all about the very first question. Moving ahead on the second question, which says, in what ways the working population in Russia was different from that of the other countries in Europe before 1917? आपको बताना है कैसे रशिया की जो पॉपुलेशन, जो वर्किंग पॉपुलेशन की कंडीशन थी वो दूसरे पार्ट ऑफ यूरोप से कैसे अलग थी. टॉकिंग अबाउट द वर्किंग पॉपुलेशन विल कंपेयर बोथ दी साइड्स. ओके, रशिया में कैसी थी और हमारे अदर पार्ट ऑफ यूरोप में कैसी थी. ओके, सो द कंडीशन ऑफ पीजेंट्स इन रशिया वाज मोर मिजरेबल देन द अदर कंट्रीज ऑफ यूरोप. मतलब जो फार्मर्स, जो पीजेंट्स थे रशिया में, उनकी कंडीशन बहुत ही बुरी थी. ओके, एज कंपेयर टू अदर पार्ट, अगर दूसरे हिस्सों से हम कंपेयर करें तो रशिया में फार्मर्स की, पीजेंट्स की कंडीशन वाज मिजरेबल. ओके, पीजेंट्स वर्क एज सर्व्स ऑन लैंड. पीजेंट दिन रात काम करते थे लैंड पे. हमने पढ़ा ना, सोसाइटी वाज डिवाइडेड इनटू टू सेक्शन बेसिकली, एक प्रिविलेज्ड और एक नॉन प्रिविलेज्ड. ओके, जो प्रिविलेज सेक्शन थे, जो कैपिटलिस्ट लोग थे, उनको सारा पैसा चला जाता था और पीजेंट्स के पास हार्डली कुछ बचता था फॉर देयर ओन सर्वाइवल. ओके, तो प्रॉफिट की तो बात भूल ही जाओ. सो पीजेंट वर्क एज सर्व्स ऑन लैंड, पीजेंट एज लेबर्स, काम करते हैं जमीन पे, एंड द प्रोड्यूस वाज गोइंग इन द हैंड ऑफ द हायर क्लास पीपल. ओके, so the peasants working as serfs. Okay, it was the time up to 1861. 1861 तक ये condition थी. Okay, now let's talk about the another sector, which is the industrial sector. Most of the industries was private property of industrialists. ये तो कार्ल मार्क्स बोलते थे, ये तो सोशियोलॉजिस्ट आइडियोलॉजी बोलती है कि प्राइवेट प्रॉपर्टी का कॉन्सेप्ट खत्म कर दो. ओके, सो द मोस्ट ऑफ द इंडस्ट्रीज वाज द प्राइवेट प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ द इंडस्ट्रीज, and the government supervised the large factories to ensure minimum wages plus limited working hours. सरकार उधर की क्या बोलती थी भी लार्ज फैक्ट्रीज में मिनिमम वेजेस मिले, कम घंटों के लिए लोग काम करें, but the factory owners, the capitalists, the old aristocracy class at that time used to break the rules as they were the privileged section and was dominating over the non-privileged section. So the accommodation of the labor was poor. There was long working hours, around 17 to 18 hours the labor was working at poor wages and worse working conditions. So this was the condition in the industrial sector. The point is about the workers in the society. Okay, we have seen there was a social division among the workers, men and women category, right? And women was only the 31% of the factory workers, and also the women was not treated equally to that of the men worker. Why? As they were paid less than men, कोई equality नहीं थी, therefore leading to the division among the workers. But what we have seen during the chapter, that despite this division, they used to unite to strike, and the strike took frequently in the textile mills. है ना, जब जरूरत पड़ती थी सब लोग आके एक साथ हो जाते थे, मिल जाते थे. Okay, despite the social division among themselves. So in this second question we have discussed how the condition of workers was different in Russia than other parts of the world. We have discussed in three terms, three dimensions. One was agriculture, second was industries, and third was about the social division among the workers. Third question says, why did the Tsarist autocracy collapse in 1917? The Tsarist जो autocratic rule था सार का, वो 1917 में ही क्यों collapse हुआ? Okay, so as you know, the revolutionary movement in Russia had been growing. कब से ये जो movement है, कब से ये चिंगारी जली हुई थी कि लोगों ने रिवॉल्ट करना शुरू कर दिया था रशिया में? It was from since 1905, right? When the revolution outbroke there in the capital city, St. Petersburg. On 9 Jan 1905, when the mass workers striked at the Winter Palace in St. Petersburg, the workers, the family of the workers who were with them at the strike were fired. And the news of killing provoked the disturbances all over the Russia. जब ये इंसिडेंट हुआ था 9 जैन वाला in 1905, फर्स्ट टेंथ ऑफ रेवोल्यूशन आउटब्रोक हुआ था. वर्कर्स क्यों गए थे राजा के पास? टू जस्ट पुट फॉरवर्ड देयर डिमांड्स. ओके, पीसफुली दे वर स्ट्राइकिंग देयर. लेकिन वहाँ क्या हुआ? फायरिंग हुई वहाँ लोगों पे, एंड अ लॉट मेनी पीपल वर किल्ड. ओके, इस वजह से ये किलिंग ऑफ न्यूज़ वॉज स्प्रेडिंग ऑल ओवर द रशिया, एंड इससे क्या हुआ? डिस्टर्बेंस क्रिएट होनी स्टार्ट हो गई. So this was the time when the base for the revolutionary movement was setting in Russia. Then later in the chapter we have seen Tsar was making some conspiracy against the people and with the help of the other neighbor rulers, right? So he also participated in the First World War. फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर में पार्टिसिपेट करने के बाद द कंडीशन ऑफ रशिया बिकेम द वर्स. हमने पढ़ा है ना क्या कुछ हुआ वहाँ पे. वॉर की वजह से जो रशियन इकोनॉमी थी, सोसाइटी थी, दैट लैंडेड इनटू द वर्स कंडीशन. ओके, तो सेकेंड रीजन कि सार की ऑटोक्रेटिक रूल 1917 में क्यों डिक्लाइन होगा, क्यों कोलैप्स होगा, it is because he participated in the First World War, making the condition of people there worse. Okay, also we have seen though they have withdrawn from the First World War in 1917, चाहे उन्होंने विड्रॉ कर लिया था 1917 में, उसके बाद हमने रशिया में देखा they happened a February revolution when the revolutionaries were so active and the country landed in the hands of revolutionary, and the end of the monarchy rule ended, and this is how the Tsarist autocracy rule collapsed in 1917. Then we have a very important question which asks about the two main events and its effect in the Russian Revolution, right? So you need to write down the event first and the effect in the concluding lines. Okay, so main event and the effect of February Revolution as well as the October Revolution. Okay, so first we'll talk about the February Revolution. What happened during February was, in 1917 Feb, there was food shortages were deeply felt in worker quarters. लोगों के पास जो वर्कर्स थे उनके एक तो लिविंग कंडीशन वर्स थी, ऊपर से अब उनको फूड शॉर्टेजेस भी होनी स्टार्ट हो गई, खाने को नहीं मिल रहा था. Also at this time, the parliamentarians wishing to present elected government opposed the Tsar's desire to dissolve the Duma. हमने देखा था 1905 के बाद दुमा बनाया था सार ने, okay, which was the legislative body. 3-4 दुमा बनाए थे, and at this moment also Tsar was hoping to dissolve Duma. Okay, but at this time we had the parliamentarians also, the revolutionaries also in the scene, and they were wishing to present that we are against or we are opposing the Tsar's desire and we do not want this Duma to be dissolved. Okay, and also on 22nd Feb we have seen a lockout that took place at the factory on the right bank of the river Neva. बताया था ना, रिवर नेवा के लेफ्ट बैंक पे और राइट बैंक पे डिवीजन थी. ये डिवीजन के बीच से एक मेजर रिवर नेवा निकलती है और दोनों साइड पे ऑपोजिट सिनेरियो है. एक साइड प्रिविलेज्ड लोग हैं और एक साइड पुअर वर्कर्स है, विच इज द नॉन प्रिविलेज्ड पीपल ऑफ द सोसाइटी. तो हमने 22 फेब को देखा, एक लॉकआउट हुआ था जब फैक्ट्री वर्कर्स ने स्ट्राइक की थी एट द राइट बैंक ऑफ रिवर नेवा. Then finally, we also noticed in very next day on 23rd February, the workers in 50 more factories striked in order to support or show sympathy towards the factory workers of right bank of river Neva. Okay, तो और workers ने strike करना शुरू कर दिया था ताकि वो उनको support कर सके. Okay, also we have seen how the military dictator were taking over the capital city, and we'll see how Lenin will come into the scene after all of the February Revolution, right? So we have also seen that finally on 2nd March, Tsar was abdicated, Tsar was removed and the monarchy was brought down. और monarchy का rule जो था वहाँ खत्म हो गया, and instead now we are discussing here the result of the event. What was the effect of the event? Okay, so effect क्या रहा? Tsar को abdicate कर दिया, हटा दिया गया on 2nd March, monarchy को abolish कर दिया गया, it was brought down, and the Soviet plus the Duma leaders, they came together to form a provisional government. एक छोटे टाइम पीरियड के लिए उन्होंने प्रोविजनल गवर्नमेंट बना ली और वो ही रूल कर रहे थे. एंड ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इवेंट हियर, वी हैव ऑल्सो सीन ड्यूरिंग दिस स्ट्राइक दैट women were participating during the strike, and this marked as the very important day in the history, which is celebrated as International Women's Day all over the world. So now we'll discuss the October Revolution. As I've told you कि February Revolution के बाद हम देखेंगे लेनिन कैसे आएगा और मिलिट्री डिक्टेटरशिप कैसे एस्टेब्लिश होगी, राइट? नाउ October Revolution में कैसे हुआ? Conflict between the provisional government and the Bolsheviks started. Bolshevik party, the party of Lenin, Vladimir Lenin की जो पार्टी थी Bolsheviks, उनके बीच में और प्रोविजनल गवर्नमेंट के बीच में विवाद होना स्टार्ट हो गया. एंड लेनिन नाउ फियर्ड द डिक्टेटरशिप ऑफ प्रोविजनल गवर्नमेंट. जो प्रोविजनल गवर्नमेंट थी, द लीडर्स ऑफ सोवियत एंड दूमा विच केम टुगेदर टू फॉर्म अ प्रोविजनल गवर्नमेंट, दैट गवर्नमेंट वाज बेसिकली डोमिनेटिंग. एंड लेनिन को क्या डर था कि कहीं ये फिर से एक डिक्टेटरशिप, अभी तो सार निकोलस से छुटकारा मिला है, कहीं फिर से एक न्यू डिक्टेटर ना आ जाए यहाँ, विच वॉज द प्रोविजनल गवर्नमेंट. देयरफॉर in September 1917, Lenin started discussing the uprising of the government. मीटिंग्स करने लगे, डिस्कशन बिठाई उन्होंने कि कैसे प्रोविजनल गवर्नमेंट कितनी पावरफुल हो रही है, राइट? एंड ड्यूरिंग दिस डिस्कशन ही गॉट द सपोर्ट ऑफ आर्मी, द सोवियत पीपल एंड ऑल्सो द फैक्ट्री वर्कर्स, है ना? इसको सपोर्ट मिला लोगों का. देन we finally saw that on around October 1917, the Military Revolutionary Committee was appointed under the Leon Trotsky, right? And हमने देखा कैसे मिलिट्री पूरी ये कमिटी जो थी इसने कैसे प्लान एग्जीक्यूट किया, कैसे इसने सिटी ऑफ पेट्रोग्रेड को पूरा कैप्चर कर लिया था. अलॉन्ग विद दैट उनके जितने भी ऑफिसेस थे, जितने भी टेलीग्राम ऑफिसेस थे जहाँ से प्रिंटिंग वर्क चलता था, सब कैप्चर कर लिया था इन्होंने, सो दैट कोई सोल्यूशन ना बचे इन लोगों के पास एग्जिस्ट करने के लिए. एंड ऑल ऑफ दिस इवेंट वॉज प्लान सीक्रेटली, बट फाइनली ऑन 24th October the uprising began. So these were the events. Now let's discuss the effect of October Revolution. This revolution marked the rule of Lenin. Lenin का रूल आया यहाँ, and the first time the Communist Party regime established in Russia. रशिया में फर्स्ट टाइम कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी का regime आया, रूल आया, finally in 1917. And most of the industries and banks were nationalized. Why? क्योंकि लेनिन के अप्रैल थीसिस भी अप्लाई हो गए थे इस टाइम तक. So the next question says, what were the main changes brought by the Bolshevik immediately after October Revolution? Bolshevik पार्टी तब रूल में आएगी तो उसने क्या मेजर चेंजेस लाए? Very important, very easy. We have done this concept very briefly in our chapter video. So the changes were, number one was, you just need to keep the April thesis in your mind. Okay, लेनिन की पार्टी है बोल्शेविक, वो रूल में आएंगे तो सबसे पहले अप्रैल थीसिस ही लाया जाएगा. तो अप्रैल थीसिस के 3 मेजर पॉइंट वो लिखना है. पहला है डिक्री ऑन पीस वॉज द फर्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट अनाउंसमेंट. मतलब उन्होंने बोला था कि जो वॉर चल रहा है, लेट द वॉर शुड बी एंडेड. सेकेंड, लैंड शुड बी ट्रांसफर्ड टू पीजेंट and abolish the concept of private property, and also the banks, railways, etc. were nationalized and industrialization was happening all over the Russia. Another important declaration about the right of people was declared by Bolshevik party immediately after the October Revolution. So the next question is, write down a short note on the kulaks. So who were the kulaks? Kulaks were the name given to the peasants of Russia, right? And do you remember the Stalin period? During his period the agriculture was modernized, और वो इंडस्ट्रियल लाइन पे लेके लाना चाहता था एग्रीकल्चर को, और मॉडर्न यूज ऑफ मशीन, फार्म इक्विपमेंट्स वर बीइंग इन यूज, एंड देयरफॉर this was the time when this term kulaks was used in this chapter. Then the second term here, Duma. It was an elected legislative body, and who had made this Duma? Tsar Nicholas II made Duma after the 1905 revolution outbroke, right? About write a short note on the women workers between 1900 to 1930. Okay, so as you all know, in Russia the women were participating in all the economic activities, and when we talk about the factory workers, out of the total factory workers 31% of the workers were women. Okay, but the problem here was the women was not paid equal to that of the men. Also we have seen that women working in factory and some worked at farms as labor, or some worked at church. Okay, we have also seen that women has joined various strikes and revolution, and also participated in the major revolution of Russia, which is the February Revolution and the October Revolution. So guys, here I have given you the major point. You know how to write a proper answer now. Elaborate all of these points accordingly. So next we have the liberals. So liberals को तो हमने बहुत बार और बहुत अच्छे से किया हुआ है, तो nothing to explain in this. Just a quick point revision here. Wanted a nation that tolerate all the religion, opposed the uncontrolled power of despotic rulers, and favored an elected government. And also you can write more of the points from my previous video of your chapter where I have explained the ideology of liberals very briefly. So the last question is, write down a short note on Stalin. As you remember, Stalin कौन था? He was the leader after Lenin. He headed the party after Lenin. The Bolshevik party was headed by Stalin. And हमने देखा कि कैसे उसको food shortage की क्या reason लगा था. That people, the rich traders or the rich people are holding the stock in the countryside because they are following the speculation. भाई speculators की वजह से जो food shortage हो रहा है, and various steps he has taken to overcome the problem, and he also introduced the collectivism to solve the problem. And you also need to write down here the points what he had done here as a concept of collectivism and how the problem was solved. Okay. You all have an idea how to write a proper answer. We have discussed each and every NCERT question given in your book. Apart from that, the students who are interested in doing the revision, I'll be linking the link of all the 7 parts of this chapter that I've made, explaining each part very nicely. I'll be linking the link in the description box below. So you can go and check out the parts accordingly, and you can always elaborate and make your answers very well. Okay, so in this video you have understood the various demand, what the question is demanding from you, and how to write a proper answer, what all points to include. Rest is on to you, how you will write a perfect answer and also elaborate all of the points that we have discussed here. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching Economics Window by Garima Singh. And if you really like this video and enjoy watching the fun facts, then do not hesitate to press in the thumbs up icon. And also do not forget to like, share and subscribe and help us grow each day. Thank you so much.